Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 with me, Grey Hunter, where if we zoom out, I'll just flick on Independent Realms so it looks cooler. If we zoom out, we can see, what's that? What's that? Oh, why yes indeed, that is indeed our super sexy dynasty name over a super sexy empire. Hell yeah. So, what I did was, I figured it out all by myself. That if you go into the localization folders, like you can for Victoria 2 and that sort of thing, it's just in a slightly different folder for Crusader Kings 2. But if you go in there, you can rename the empires and kingdoms, etc., to what you want. So I went into the file that contained the update where Francia became a thing, and I edited the name of Francia to the Dahako Empire. Obviously there is no "the" there because when you click here, if you go to here, you can see that it says that our Prince Nigel of Dahako Empire is heir to the Dahako Empire. And it just, yeah, I'm a little OCD and I didn't want the in this little bit here. Well, I can't scroll over it, but in the heir to the thing, because then it would be heir to the Dahako Empire. And I'm OCD, and nope. Just no. But I managed to rename it, so now we have some recognition. And, you know, de facto empires were named after their rulers a lot of the time. The Holy Roman Empire obviously was an empire that was sort of an exception, probably because no one dynasty always ruled it. At least that's what I think the reason for calling it always the Holy Roman Empire was. But, you know, it's a little bit of flavour to add to our LP. You know, we did it. We made an empire. We formed one. We went from being a little count over here in Mortain, backstabbing our way through Normandy, gaining bits of Brittany, gaining all of Brittany, moving on, taking Flanders, controlling all of Flanders, taking all of, you know, Vermandois, or Valois, as the actual duchy is called, winning independence from England, that sort of thing. That was fun. That was awesome. And, you know, now I've got an empire. We did it. We did something awesome. And yeah, I'm just generally pleased by it, because, you know, it's cool. So, in celebration, what we're going to do is we're going to hold a grand feast. All of my vassals will be there. Hooray! So let us march home with Nige. Pretty sure Alexander's leading the army still. Your Imperial Majesty, may you live in harmony and contentment. Really? Well, I guess I'll just offer you a bit of money then. Here, have 20 bucks. Would you like to do it now? Yeah. There you go. You will help. Excellent. You will help. Swell. You will help too. More and more excellent. The conjurer produced a rabbit from a hat and then made a handkerchief change colour from brown to red, and he simply vanished from the room. You must perform at my feast. Everyone was talking about the musicians, and I finally had some time off for the preparations of my feast. Sure. Come to my feast. It will be a grand affair. I'm doing it a little bit to mollify the vassals that I really pissed off. What did that just do? I guess I selected a council guy. It'll mollify the vassals that I really annoyed earlier with the whole change of succession. As soon as they die, it won't be such a big deal anymore, but I'd like for them to be sort of happy with us while we're still here. We can send out Count Fulk, we can send out Roger. I will hunt the boars myself. Yeah, I'll do that. I didn't get anything bad? No. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, and duck spices, but we just hunted the boar. Wine and ale, honey for desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. We will spend lavishly on food. It's actually rather cheap. I was expecting it to be a lot more, but eh. So I invite everybody to come join me. I reckon someone won't come. Yeah. Why don't you like me? Apart from the obvious. Oh, you desire the Kingdom of France and all that sort of thing. You know what? I'm going to make you the master of the horse. I'll make you a little bit less annoyed with me, so that's always a good thing. I don't like you either. Yeah, I knew you weren't coming. you really don't like me because you see me as a rival. But the fact that you're only a -60 is pretty good, and I do actually much prefer your son because he's content. So I might have to kill you at some point. Yeah, I don't like you either. Duke Adrian's not coming? Oh, he's possessed. Yeah, he's a little bit nuts. I don't know about your heir yet. Well, I don't like you either, so meh. Take that. Bitch. Okay. Wait, what? Duke Bernard of Orleans. He died after a period of illness. Okay. So now we've got you. Well, you're not being tutored. Who are you being tutored by? You're not being tutored by anybody. In that case, you like me somewhat, so I'm going to give you to a good Norman who's good at stewardship. Herman, you're my man. Do it. She's no longer the guardian. Yada yada yada. He did not inherit the claim on some place. Assuming that's around here somewhere. Sweetness. Are they still fighting a war for that? Yes. I thought you were fighting a war. Maybe not. Maybe I was mistaken, or it just ended inconclusively. Duke Louis of Orleans. What? Really? But I just... But... Wait, what? Oh! Okay, they were in a war of tyranny against this guy, but then he died and his heir inherited the war, so... Oh, I see. So the second son got it, strangely enough. That's really weird. Huh. Interesting, but weird. Okay. I accept the guardianships, well, though you're not really the guy anymore, so it's not that big of a deal. Duke Alain has formed the Guy for France. Really? How do you have claim? Oh, your granddad. Did I kill him? I think I killed him. Didn't have to kill him. Actually, you know what? Let's have a look over the history of France, seeing as it's the kingdom that we first gained. So, let's see. Don't think we did anything to this guy. I know we didn't do anything to him. He died in the dungeons. He died a natural death. He died of severe stress, though I think we annoyed him a lot with wars. Pretty sure we tried to kill him, but we might not have succeeded. But we tried awfully hard, and you know, that's the thing that counts. Putting in effort. Gargamel? No, he died in battle. Maybe? I honestly don't remember. You we tried to kill, but I think you just died a natural death because you were too damn stubborn. You died comatose. I think we helped him fight a war for you. No, he inherited it. I know we killed him. And then here we are. We're the King of France. And also Emperor of Francia. Well, Emperor of the Dahakor Empire. Sorry, my mistake. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. Actually, you know what? Let's do a little bit of a... We'll do something different. We'll look over the history of our places. So, de jure we've got... We haven't got the Kingdom of Brittany because we can't form it. But we've got Burgundy. So who held Burgundy last? Some fella named Rudolph. I'm assuming that he's some relation somehow to Charles. Charles the Great and Emperor Louis. But nobody's held the... It was non-existent for almost 250 years. Oh, no it wasn't. It was non-existent for 214 years. Because he died then, that's just when he inherited it. That's kind of cool. And what about Aquitaine? Who was the last king of Aquitaine before we installed him? Obviously we don't count. Though we installed him on the same day, apparently. It's kind of cool. The last holder died in 884, so when we created it, it had been 360 years, I think, if my math is right. 360 years since the Kingdom of Aquitaine had existed as a thing. Oh, it changed all of them too. It changed all of them to ruling the Dahakor Empire because I changed Francia. That's interesting. I was going to do a whole dynasty thing, like over here, where every Muslim realm is ruled by a dynasty, and then the dynasty gets the name of the place. So he holds this sultanate, but it's the Sultanate of Egypt, but because he's of that dynasty, he holds it in his name. But I couldn't figure out how to do that, so we had to go with changing Francia. So that's pretty funny that it changes it all over, so we rule an empire that apparently everybody else did as well, even though we hadn't existed until 1066. That's pretty cool. Now, we owned one more kingdom, didn't we? Sicily, that's right. So who owned Sicily before we did? Well, there was this guy, obviously. He's apparently still alive. Oh, that's right. He was the dude with the sweet sort of hood thing, and I married my eldest daughter to him, I think. That's hilarious, considering that we were just like, yeah, we're gonna kill everybody. We want that back. I know we killed him. Pretty sure we didn't. Yeah, we didn't kill him. He died in battle after losing the kingdom itself to the Muslims. Obviously, we inherited it from a crusade, so that was 11 years ago. He was king. We killed him. So who was king before? Oh, some of the de Hautvilles. Oh, that's nice. Did Robert form it in the beginning? Yeah, Robert did. Robert de Hauteville, and then his son inherited it. Presumably his other son. Yeah, he died in the dungeons. So he must have been imprisoned, and then this guy took the throne. And then he died 12 years later in battle against the Muslims. And then he died in the dungeon of this guy. And then he died in battle against the Byzantines. Wonder what they did there. It's a pity you can't look back over the history of the realms and be like, oh, hang on, they fought this war here, they fought that war there. I wonder why they fought the Byzantines. Presumably over some de jure claim, considering that the Byzantines de jure own all of this lot. So he died in battle. He died after a period of illness. But he died a count, I guess. So he died in 1165, but this guy took the throne a year after he did, so presumably civil war. And then she won the throne from him, died a natural death. He died a natural death not long after. Ah, okay, so she ruled for about 5 years, and then he ruled for 8. And then he died of depression after ruling for 28 years. And then he died a maimed cripple 7 years into his reign. He died in the... he became king, and then he won the kingdom, presumably, because he died in his dungeon. God, so much intrigue. I thought we were bad, but no, apparently they're worse. He died bedridden and infirm. He was murdered on the orders of somebody. And then he inherited it and lost it to the Muslims. And then he won it in the Crusade that he totally stole from us in 1204. And then 32 years later, we took it back and went, ha-ha! The Dahakors win again, you son of a bitch! So that's pretty cool. That's an interesting thing. That's pretty cool, actually, I think. So we might as well continue forward in time. I fear my kinswoman Adele is too cynical for her age. Nah, cynical's not such a bad thing. It's a not so bad. Let's have a look at technology stuff, seeing as we haven't really got heaps and heaps that needs doing at the moment. We could go for popular customs. That makes city vassals like us better. I think we'll hold out for majesty or something like that. We really would like military organization. Ah, the guests have finally arrived. Welcome to my feast. He what? Ah. Oh, all vassals' opinions of no. She texted about. Oh, okay, hang on. 120 months. That's 10 years. They'll think I'm a tyrant for 10 years if I imprison him. But I would increase my stewardship. Imprison him. I'll take the 20 hit. I'd rather be just than not just. So some of my guests did not seem satisfied with the food. Baron Jocelyn said nasty things. You son of a bitch! Shut your whole mouth. The more wine Bishop Osborne drank, the more and louder he talked and laughed until he let out a loud snore and fell face first into his plate. Oh dear, Bishop Osborne. Such a party animal. So people will like us less now, obviously, so if we go to here... Well, he likes us a lot. But you'll see there's a tyrant modifier, which is kind of shit, because I mean, like, he killed a man. He killed a man and we got, you know, righteously outraged about it. I'd be pissed off too. Ludwig's temper tantrums. He punched her son in the face again. The kid shows spirit. Encourage him to be more patient. We'll try for that. Good job, Ludwig. Now, it'd be really awesome if you flipped to Norman culture before you left. That would be awesome. Our knowledge of majesty in Paris increased to level 2. And at age 20, Duke Andre of Portugal died in battle against King Alonso. Oh dear. Well, presumably... Didn't we marry a daughter to him? Can't remember. Married somebody. Oh dear. Title, ruler, consort. Maybe it messed up titles a little bit. Changing that. No. No, I think it's because she's no longer the consort of, so... Because he's dead. Oh, I guess it wasn't our daughter we married off to the guy with the cool, cloak. Well... Would you like to come back? No? She likes them enough. It's interesting. Well, I guess she can stay there. I mean, she doesn't have claims on any of our stuff at the moment because we're not dead. Oh, that's why she won't come back, because her son inherited it. Wow, that's unlucky, dude. At least you had a kid first. Speaking of which, could you hurry up? Seriously, dude, it's not that difficult. It's really not that difficult. Some people. Alright. We've got some money left over. So is there anything we want to upgrade? Could get jousting lists. Sort of want to save some money though. Get that. Nah, we'll hold on to our money for now. It's not really massively important. My kinswoman, she seeks to kill Adelise. Who's Adelise? I do not know. Why do you want to kill Felicia? Oh, she's the heir to the Kingdom of England. Right. And you want to kill Gilbert de Lusignan? Don't care. Dude, help me. Help me kill him. Actually, I probably already asked. So she's trying to kill Adelise de Harcourt. Where is it? Adelise. Ah, there we go. Who is she? she is literally nobody. Oh, I see. Okay, well, who are you exactly? Okay, no, I don't see. Why do you want to kill her? She doesn't have anything that you want. I don't know, but as long as it's not bothering me, I don't care. Actually, speaking of, now I remember, somebody else was trying to kill me, namely you. Did I give you a gift? I did. Good. I thought Ordolf to be a more reasonable man. His request to duel his rival was slightly erratic. He claimed to be constantly subject to affronts from his rival and asked for permission to defend his honor. Okay. I want to open your window though, because I want to know what happens. Sure. Who did you kill? Or who did you fight, at least? I'm kind of irritated that it doesn't tell you. It should tell you who he fought. And who are you? Gotland. What are you doing? Oh, Gotland is helping Poland fight the Kaiser for a county. That's interesting. And Duke Gilbert has been imprisoned by the Queen of England for being an idiot. So the war is over. She's still not pregnant. This is disappointing. Very disappointing. And we own Danzig. I forgot about that for a minute. So he wants to become King of Pomerania, but he can't become King of Pomerania because, as far as I remember, Pomerania... No, I want your other title. Your other title. This one. Pomerania... No, not that one. God damn it. This one. De jure. There we go. Okay, Pomerania, you can't create it unless you're pagan, can you? Okay, you can create the duchy of it, but can you create the kingdom? No, because you have to be pagan, and he's not pagan. He can't create the kingdom. I guess he could create the duchy. If he had a reason to go to war with these guys, do we? If I can create him the duchy, I might as well. Claim Smarland. No. Oh, Samland. No. You could do an embargo, but there'd be no point. He doesn't have claim on any of the important bits. So, I've managed to sow distrust between... Oh, good job! Oh, pity that he's only just a mayor. I'd really, really be happy if he managed to do it between a significant vassal. We have to split the Golden Horde. If we don't split the Golden Horde, they're just going to overrun us at some point, and that would be generally acknowledged as a bad thing. Though I'm glad that he's dead. He died a natural death. Okay. Alright. So, he's somewhat liked by a lot of his vassals, but only a few of them are notable people. So, hopefully... How many claimants are there? And what sort of claims do they have? Oh, weak claims. Damn. But the Cumania and the Golden Horde are attacking each other now, which is nice. And the Tengri are having a civil war among the faith. But the Golden Horde is kicking the shit out of them. And a peasant revolt that's going to end, as nobody will be surprised to know, with them winning. That's disappointing. This is equally disappointing. I mean, he's the king of Rus, and the only thing that he's got left is this one place. Though he's a kinslayer, so nobody likes him. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Tagnatic, Cognatic, Gavelkind. But he only holds the one title, and he only holds one place, so it'll all go to the eldest son. That's interesting. Wonder how they're doing. They're actually doing really well. I wonder what highest scoring house at the moment is. Wonder, can you tell that through the ledger? Score, maybe? Independent states, your court, all vassals in realm, your dynasty. No, that's our dynasty.